So Tommy told us that a transformation the main idea is when you change, right? You change something. But because this is in a graph, it's a change of position or of size. A transformation is when you move it to a different location, you change its location, its position, or you change the size of it. You can enlarge it or reduce it. A transformation is a change of position or size of a figure. Transformation, it is a change of position, where it's located, or it's a change of size. Is it bigger? Is it enlarged? Is it smaller? Is it reduced? That's the general idea of what we're doing, but today we're focusing on what's called a translation. A translation, the middle school definition of a translation is a slide. You're going to take a shape and you're going to slide it to a new location. It's not changing size. You're just taking a shape and you're sliding it to a new location. So the definition is it moves a shape. It moves a shape or points. So you're taking a triangle or just a dot and you're sliding it to a new spot. In the same direction. You're going to move a shape or a point, a dot, in the same direction and the same distance. Moves a shape or a point in the same direction and the same distance. So the same as every time. So if my rule is 3 to the left and 2 up, every dot is going to go 3 to the left, the direction, and 2 up, the same distance, 3 and 2. So there's going to be a rule that we have to follow. So the resulting shape is congruent. The resulting shape, the final answer, is congruent to the first shape. The resulting shape is congruent to the first shape, meaning they're exactly the same. They're perfect twins. The difference is they're in a different location. You've moved it. You've translated it. And knowing this rule, practicing this skill is really going to help you out in algebra when you have to change equations. So you should have 2 graphs. And I want you to glue your two graphs in the area that's left. So if you don't have glue in your pencil box, you could look at an empty seat near you. Be careful you're gluing them the correct way. Some of you get really upset when your numbers don't face the correct way. Michael, are you gluing? You're waiting for what? Why don't you look for another glue stick instead of waiting on someone else? Once you have your graphs glued down, I'm going to provide you with the first shape. So once you have glued down your graphs, copy down the shapes, the ordered pairs for the shapes. And let's create our first shape. So -4, -1 is point A. -6, +4 is point B. -2, 9 is point C. 1, 6 is D. And 1, 1 is E. This is my two-dimensional shape. It's flat. It has a length and a width, a base and a height. And it's on a graph. This is what every problem is going to start out looking like. You're going to have a picture, a shape. And then sometimes they're going to provide you with a rule. And the rule for this problem is x + 4 and y - 6. And which way does the x value go? Up, down, left, right? +4, so I'm going to go to the right 4. And what does negative 6 mean? Down 6. So for every ordered pair, I'm going to go x plus 4 and y minus 6. So that means I'm going to go to the right 4, and down 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this is what's called a, and I'm going to put a little prime sign next to it, meaning that this is the first one and this is its duplicate. I'm going to do the same thing for B. Go to the right 4 and down 6. And that is the duplicate of B. I've translated it. I've moved it. I've changed its location. 1, 2, 3, 4 to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to the left or down. C prime, my duplicate. And 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. D. And last I'm going to move E. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Are these two shapes exactly the same shape? Yes, they're just in a different location. I translated it. I applied mathematical knowledge to move it to a different location. We translated it. We slid our picture. We slid our picture to the right and down. Every point moved the same distance. So what's my new ordered pair for A? It's no longer -4, -1. So you can count it 0, -6, or you can apply the math rule. -4 plus 4 is 0, and that should be -7. -1 minus 6 is -7. So here, x plus 4, what's the value for B? X plus 4. -6 plus 4. -2. And 4 minus 6. -2. And we can look. -2, -2. That's where B prime is. What's my C value? X plus 4. 2. Y minus 6. 3. We can check. Over 2, up 3. It worked. X plus 4. 5. And y minus 6. Over 5, up 0. It worked. X plus 4, 5, and x minus, or y minus 6, and there's your translation. Let's try another one. I'm going to give you the ordered pairs. I'm going to provide the ordered pairs. So first things first, I want you to plot that shape. Graph ABC. Just graph the first shape. This is the initial beginning shape. And I'm going to give you the new shape. So you have the first shape, ABC. Now you're going to graph the translated shape. This is what happened. If you have the two shapes, the first shape and then the second shape, I want you to figure out the rule what did you do to A to get A prime? What did you do? If you find it, if you think you've got it, there are two ways to write the rule. Write it as an ordered pair and in words. What did you do to A? Remember, the first value that you should always talk about is your x value. Left and right. Left, right. That's your first value. The second value you talk about is the up-down value, your y value. What did you do to A? And then check. Did you do the same thing to B? Did you do the same thing to C? To get from this point A to this point A, we're looking at x comma y. So remember, left, right first, then up, down. Dakota, what'd you do first? X what? Could I just put minus 3? Is x minus 3 and x plus negative 3 the same? Yeah. Negative 3 and minus 3 are the same thing. So I went backwards 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's check. Negative 4 minus 3, does it equal negative 7? Negative 6 minus 3, does it equal negative 9? Negative 2 minus 3 equals negative 5. Excellent. All right, so x minus 3, which means to the left 3. Then what did I do? Who can tell me? Safi, what'd you do? You went up 1, so we added 1. Let's check. 7 plus 1 is 4 plus 1 is 0 plus 1 is 1. Perfect. What's a way of saying adding 1? Which direction do you go? Right, so all we're focusing on with translation is taking a shape and sliding it. You're either sliding it left or right or up or down, or you could be doing both. A translation is just a slide. Did the size of my shapes change? No, they're what's called congruent. They're exactly the same.